I'm Haley Hepworth, and I cut my hair.
And I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and I didn't.
I'm Gizzeth Chavarria with your Around Campus.
I'm Liam Osborne, and who is that?
I'm Matt Mano, finally back with the fastest minute in Mepham sports.
I'm Cumulonimbus Charles, and I wish you a pretty good St. Patrick's Day.
These are the BMB morning announcements for Friday, March 18th.
Good morning, Mepham. Today is day 3. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hey, Mepham. Happy Friday. Time to get Irishy.
Haley, Irishy isn't a word.
Well, now it is. This past Wednesday was the 12th annual St. Baldrick's fundraising event. It was the first event following the COVID-19 pandemic where people were maskless and together, in a school environment. Heads were shaved, raffles were won, bagpipers piped, and then more heads were shaved. Mepham students and staff were able to raise over $66,000 and accomplish their goal for kids suffering from childhood cancer. BMB was, of course, there covering the whole event. And the event, of course, could have not happened without Miss Dennis and Mr. Patton, who have organized the event for the past 10 years.
Right before that, however, at around 5 a.m., me and a bunch of other students were hanging in the Mepham gym while the News 12 came to cover the event. Students Brenda Moran, Peter Mayo, and Mr. Moody all braved the shave on live TV. And Kaden Volpe spoke about how she raised the most donations for this year's event.
Everyone was decked out in green for 48 hours, since those participating in St. Baldrick's wore their shirts on Wednesday, and most people dressed up yesterday to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Hannah, why didn't we wear green?
Haley, there's a green screen behind us.
No one needs to know that. Sorry, forgot.
Beware.
What?
Beware, the Ides of March.
Now I'm scared, but Sid's on vacation this week, so who will tell me what that is?
Let's find out.
What is that?
Beware the Ides of March. Or don't, I don't care. I'm Liam Osborne, and I'm just here to tell you what that is. The Ides of March refers to the calendar date March 15th, this past Tuesday, and marks several ancient Roman religious observances, though perhaps more famously signifies the date of the assassination of Julius Caesar, the Roman dictator. Basically, Caesar was kind of getting a little power-hungry, and his friends didn't like that, so they stabbed him repeatedly like a good friend would. Et tu, Brute? Caesar's assassination was a considerable turning point in Roman history, leading to the end of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. And now you know what that is, which means my job here is done. Back to you guys in the studio.
Whew, close one. I'm lucky I didn't get brutally stabbed.
That wouldn't happen.
In lighter news, Mepham is holding a donation drive for those in Ukraine. You can bring individually wrapped snacks, first aid kits, Band-Aids, instant soups and oatmeals, and potatoes to the donation boxes in the foyer or the senior lot entrances. All donations will help, but please do not bring liquids to the box.
And remember, as we mentioned before, please be careful where you got your news from during this time. Double check everything you see online and research the sources that you get your information from.
Unless you get your information from Bree Boland, who we've vetted as a reliable source, especially when it comes to reporting on the upcoming musical. So, here she is.
Hey guys, it's Bree Bowen. I'm here in the Mepham Auditorium where in the upcoming weeks, the Skull and Bones Drama Department will be putting on their production of Beauty and the Beast. You can get to know their characters by going to the meet and greet, and you'll definitely want to see them on the big stage. So go online to their Instagram bio or scan the QR codes on their posters. You definitely don't want to miss out on this performance because I can already tell it's going to be amazing. Reporting for BMB, I'm Bree Bowen. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Bree. I'm looking forward to watching with you, just like we watched your grandfather get his honorary diploma. Alfred Boland left Mepham High School in the 1950s to fight in the Korean War and never graduated. After Bree notified the school, Mr. Gomez gave him his honorary degree last week. He is now the oldest, newest Mepham graduate and forever a pirate. You can watch the whole thing on this week's Midweek Update on our YouTube channel.
Another thing on our YouTube channel you'll find is Inside Look, a deep look by the junior class into the social media addiction and its effects, and something else everyone is addicted to is sports. Not your week in Mepham sports, but here's this week's Around Campus with your very own Mepham sports star, Camylin Blake.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined today by Mepham track sensation, senior Camylin Blake. Welcome, Camylin. It's nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So, you've been running on the track high school team since 8th grade. What is something people should know about Mepham track?
I think people should know that Mepham track is basically, the team is one big family. And although some of us come with very high goals and expectations for ourselves on the track, and we just come to become our best selves, I think everyone sort of has their own goals, and we just mesh together at practices and meets, and we have fun, and we chase after our goals.
That's great. At Nationals this year, you were named an All-American. What's next for you on the track?
Well, I think this outdoor season will go even better than the indoor season went, and I'm hoping to break more school records. I think as a team, we're pretty strong, and we could potentially win divisions, which will be fun. And I just want to end out my high school career good, and I think going into college and running Division I, I have a lot of goals for myself, and I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but one that I'm excited for and I feel ready for.
Now we know that you're not only great at track, but we have also heard that you're insanely smart, joining the Ivy League next year at Columbia. What is one piece of advice you have for students looking to go to an Ivy League college?
Well, obviously, first, I would say that grades are very important, but I would also say that whatever passions that you have in your life, you should commit to them and be able to show that throughout your high school career and in your application. And yeah, good luck.
Well, that's all for us here. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Gizzeth. And while we're in the world of sports, here's Matt Manna with your week in Mepham sports.
Puccinella to the house.
Thanks, Hannah. I'm back, and I know you've missed me. I was too busy making the headlines to be able to report them. I promise Mr. Mepham did not go to my head. But I digress. The winter season finally came to a close this past weekend at Ocean Breeze, where the track team had nationals. Alongside Camylin Blake setting 2 school records, who you just saw, Amber Chichi also became an All-American, placing 5th in the 5K. The girls 4x2 also set a new school record. And now we get to head back outside, and it's time for the spring season. Lacrosse, baseball, and softball recently finished tryouts, and track has been hard at work in their first week of official spring practices. To finish off, there's a reason why I waited for this specific week. It's because March Madness started yesterday, and I couldn't get to it on the Mano Minute, so this is what you get. You get it here, and you don't really get a choice about it. BMB's athletic stars filled out their own brackets, while I filled out more than all of them combined, and they'll still be just as bad. I'm still cursed, you know. And that's all from me. I promise I won't take off a month this time. Now back to Hannah and Haley in the studio.
Thanks, Matt. Since we're showing all of our shows consecutively, here's Camille and Nimbus Charles with your weather report.
Top of the morning to you, Mepham. And, sorry about last week. You should only expect the solstice to grace your first period teacher smartboard twice a year. I mean, that's what I remembered learning in weather school back in the 70s. But then again, they also taught me that you're supposed to pour the spaghetti in before you pour the meatball in. Enough meatballing. And this right here may not exactly fit the Irish spirit of this week, but I'll take spaghetti and meatballs over corned beef and cabbage any day. Come at me, bro. Folks, today you're in for a treat, and not necessarily the meatball type. There's going to be a few clouds here and there, a low of 47 and a high of 64. I have to admit that's a flavorful ensemble of temps and cloud amountage. But hey, that's the perfect kind of day for some classic Italian cuisine. Enjoy it while it lasts. Tomorrow is a slight bummer. Well, only slight. There's some rain showers, so you should probably stay inside. But hey, that's the perfect kind of day for some classic Italian cuisine. Sunday is going to be a cloudulonimbus smorgasbord. Anticipate a high of 54 and a low of 41, and like I said, clouds. Sounds like just the perfect day for some classic Italian cuisine. You smell that? Well, it smells like they poured the meatball in first. I gotta give that a try. Bye, Mepham.
Thanks, Charles. I can't believe we were about to finish the episode without talking about Pi Day.
Oh my God, Pi Day. The day before St. Baldrick's was March 14th, 314. The first 3 digits of pi, the longest number ever. That's really all I know about it, so maybe ask a math teacher or something.
Now for today's quote. Give your stress wings and let it fly away.
These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, March 18th. Have a great day, Mepham.
And happy St. Patrick's Day to you and you.